Well, in upstate New York, 11 high school lacrosse players turned themselves into police after they were accused in an extreme hazing incident. The district attorney gave the teens involved 48 hours to surrender or face felony kidnapping charges. The episode allegedly took place in the woods and included a handgun and a knife. Officials say at least one younger teammate was tied up and placed in the trunk of a car with a pillowcase over his head. Stay tuned, correspondent Marquise Francis join me now. So, Marquise, you first brought us this story yesterday. Let's talk about where the investigation stands now and the consequences these 11 students could face.
Yeah, Vicky, I mean, now that these 11 students have turned themselves in, they've avoided the most serious of possible charges. They were looking at felony kidnapping, which in the state of New York, a Class B, they're facing 5 to 15 years in prison. But since they turned themselves in, they're now going to be facing a misdemeanor of unlawful imprisonment. And they were now issued a death ticket, and they will have to appear in family or criminal court. That being said, they will likely be fined or face community service. But these are two very different outcomes. One being jail, another community service. I think they chose the best one for them.
Yeah, absolutely. In a letter to parents, the school superintendent actually said the rest of the whole boys lacrosse season is canceled for the varsity team. What are they saying about the broader issue here with team culture, judgment, and how they're going to teach these boys moving forward? Yeah, the superintendent noted in that letter that even though he knows that most of the team was not involved, this addresses the culture. And on a personal note, being someone who joined a fraternity in college, I understand that groups that are accused of hazing oftentimes are put on a moratorium, which is just to say that they're not allowed to have events or have intake for a certain number of time, oftentimes years. And the idea behind it is to not allow people to be introduced to that organization and so they can graduate and then you can start from scratch. And so in this case, being that these players were older, they would likely graduate and then this lacrosse team can start brand new. All right, Marquise Francis, some important lessons need to be learned from this incident for sure. Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.